All right, we're just gonna start this. We're gonna start 5 minutes early, 4 minutes early. That's still ain't bad. Um, Let me grab this real quick. Cover up those viewers. Ah, shit, I could still see through it, man. Okay, that's good enough. So there's a lot of things that you could like. It's really easy to. Well, at first it ain't, obviously, but that's why you're searching this up because you don't know how to test. Either you're just watching a live stream and you just have questions about whatever, or you're just watching a live stream for fun, trying to learn whatever. But it's really easy to tell what's wrong with your tank usually without test kits, because a poor boy like me, I didn't have money for test kits, so I was like, okay, how do I tell if everything's all right? And usually people tell by their aquarium plants, but because that's the best indicator is your aquarium plants. But if you don't got aquarium plants, because if you got goldfish and they like to fucking dig everything up, then you're gonna tell by the fish. The fish will tell you what's wrong. Because if we can't test their water, then the fish is gonna tell you what's wrong with the tank. And so let's say my water was really green. Like I woke up one day and my water. This is hard. It's hard to put it into perspective. Let's say, all right, I wake up one day and there's green blobs floating around in my tank. What does that mean? So those green blobs are actually, I think they're bioplankton. I think that's what they're called. But they're really small organisms, and when they join together, they become one big blob, and it's green algae. But there's nothing wrong with green algae. Green algae is good. Yeah, but there's a lot of things you could know without a test kit. But there's a lot of things you can know with a test kit. Like usually, if you're starting to have like good gold, or if you want to pay attention to your goldfish and you want to like have a good tank, everything set up like good how you want it, ditch test kits for like a whole month, and then go on to test kits. Like ditch test kits for a whole month, and then just try to figure out what's wrong with your water, guessing with your fish, like by the signs your fish are showing you and by the signs your water's showing you. But that means you got to pay attention to before and after, before you go to sleep and after you wake up. If there's a difference, then you got to see. You also got to study every fish's personality, so you can tell. Like this guy right here, yeah, you can see him. His name is Crab, but he is a fat fish, bro. He's a fat fish. He steals everybody's food because he's immature. Small little goldfish do that because they don't know their limits. They're just like puppies. Puppies don't know when to stop eating, so they're gonna just continue to eat. It's called a small brain syndrome. But he will eat and eat and eat, and that's his personality. Though is just right now as a baby, all he is focused on is food. All he wants is food. But as they get older, they get more in tune with their personalities, and you can read them more. Like Yin Yang right here, this one right here. It's a Shabunkin goldfish, but he is really observed. Like he really observes everything. He's like, whoa, like he's really good with his eyes too. Like I've learned that he's really good with his eyes. Yeah. But his personality is just very observative. Like he takes in things before he fucking eats it. Like he's the one fish that doesn't get hooked because he knew it was a fucking hook. Yeah, he's like the one that's most scared of me, I would say, because he's like skittish, but I call him Yin Yang because he has one black eye, one white eye, one black gill, one white gill, one black fin, and one white fin. And I think that's I think that's cool. Like that's cool as crap. And I call Crab because he's my only red goldfish. This is the first red goldfish I've ever had, and he's a pain in my ass. He's the worst. He's literally the worst goldfish I've ever had. I think it's because how they bred them. It might make them retarded, but I don't know. I have to wait till he gets older, and then I'll see what's wrong. I see if he's like, I don't know, man. He's different. That's for sure. He's different. They're like, what the fuck is he doing? Yeah, my light should be off right now. There's a light right above me, and that should be off. But I'm keeping it on for you guys so I can do this live stream, and then yeah. I should turn this on, huh? Y'all want to see this shit, huh? Sorry. I'm not going to turn it on the white light because the white light is too bright. White light too bright. But yeah, I gotta kind of keep my arm here because if I don't, then it's gonna be hella reflective. You guys don't care. That's whatever. So basically, there's not much to do after. Like, let's go over carbon. Activated carbon. This will take out tannins. I'm pretty sure it'll take out what does it take out? It takes out tannins. Hold on, let me read this. I know it takes out tannins, that's for sure. You guys know? Do you guys know what it takes out? Because I don't. I know it takes out tannins and other stuff. Oh, odors. Removes odor and discoloration. Okay, so yeah, tannins. That's what tannins has to do with it too. So yeah, that's basically what carbon does. But carbon eventually will be deactivated, and once it's deactivated, it no longer makes your water clear. Your water doesn't get like the odor doesn't get removed, and the discoloration stops being removed. But it can still hold bio. What? How did I forget? It helps with. God dang it. Okay, there's good and there's bad. I don't know. I can't think right now. So there's biomedia. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. The bio. Hold on. Biological bacteria. How did I not know that? Oh my god. So the biological bacteria eats the non-biological bacteria, which is harmful to fish. Well, they're both harmful, but one is less harmful, and one you can remove, and everything just yeah. And plants can also eat one, like nitrates or nitrites. It's from it's nitrates, and then it gets turned into nitrites, and then the nitrites get eaten by the plants, and then the plants grow more, and then yeah, it's just a whole cycle. You get have a whole cycle. Right now, this plant that I got up here is it's like some kind of polka dot plant. is real big, but it's grown pretty good. It likes the water. I got a smaller one too. Yeah, it's starting to grow good. All right, that's good. That's good. I have to set this back. Oh, it's horrible. That's perfect. All right, so what could we talk about now? Flakes. Let's talk about some flakes. Don't use flakes. Why? Why not use flakes? Because one, they mold fast. Two, they make your tank super murky. If you know, murky, cloudy, same thing, you know. And once that happens, it's really hard to get out, except for by filtering out because it's all small. But hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta let this dog out. Flakes. Okay, so flakes. Don't buy flakes because they get your water murky. Your fish barely even eat them. They don't enjoy them. And even if it says on the thing, like, I have one of these old containers right here, still full because I literally full to the brim. I was like, fuck that shit. I'm getting new food. But pretty sure it should say on here. Will not cloud water when fed as directed. Feed 2 to 3 times per day in small amounts. Yeah, whatever. It's just not gonna work, man. What you're gonna want to get is some fucking pond pellets for goldfish. It depends on what kind of fish you have. If you have catfish, you're definitely gonna want some pellets for those, or some wafers. Wafers work, but they don't dissolve as well and as fast. But they have fiber in them. So there's crude fiber and there's crude protein in the wafer, which is a really good diet for them. I don't think a lot of people know this, but Cory catfish, they will eat dead flesh. So if you have worms and you just drop a worm in there and it dies and you just let it sit in the corner, this catfish will eat it. Like, you don't want to obviously go outside and get a huge ass worm, but if you get like a small little worm, because that's going to be a lot of ammonia, you don't want just fucking a whole bunch of bacteria growing. But if you get a small enough worm, just drop it in there and fucking later on it'll be gone. I used to do that with goldfish. I would go outside and grab a huge ass worm and just throw it in there. It'd be like sticking halfway out their mouth. They wouldn't even be able to eat it, but they eventually ate it. So, but I've had goldfish for a while, and yeah, it's honestly worked out. Right now in this tank, completely in this tank right now, I have one shabunkin, one comet goldfish, one veal tail goldfish, one blackamoor, which is super tiny, barely even see it, and then we got 4 4 fake Julie-eyed Cory catfish, and then 1 Cory catfish, just regular Cory catfish. So we got 9 fish in this tank right now, right? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many goldfish you have in this tank. I know people are like, oh, you're only allowed to have 30 or 1 per 30 gallons, but it's like, no, that's not how it is. It's all about the filtration. If you have good filtration, as long as you're not overfeeding, then everything works out good. The problem is when you put so many goldfish in one tank, if you put more than 3 goldfish in one 100-gallon tank and you only have a small filter, then it's not going to work very well. So you got to get a better filter, and that's when things will start working out. And you can have more than 3 goldfish in a 100-gallon tank, because it all matters about the filtration. And you don't even have to have another filter. Like, you don't even have to have a big filter. You can have a plant. You can have multiple plants. You can have underwater plants. These things are filters too, but you need something that is an actual filter that'll take out the big things. And you will obviously do that with water changes too. But we're trying to minimize the work needed, right? So it's all very simple. I don't know how many people are in this live stream. Nobody's in this live stream, I don't think. But if you guys are, then you guys should comment and ask some questions, because I can answer them. I got answers for all the questions. I don't think anybody's in this. I was just rambling on for a while, but we'll find out. I'll be right back. Gonna let this dog in. Some motherfucking very colossal. Hey, yo, you're here? Somebody's actually here. I just rambled on for like 2 minutes. What's up? You got a question about your fish tank? Because I can answer anything. If not, I can bring up another subject. Hey, Renee, where you at? All right, I'll just bring up another subject until you ask a question. Biofilm. Biofilm is very helpful. Any kind of biofilm works too. But this is the last biofilm I got for $15. And what the fuck? Did you just jump? What I did with it was I took... They're in here. I took these biomedia filter things. I took them out, and I cut both of them in half. What kind of fish? And I replaced the filter. I just went over this, but I'll do it again. So I got 1 Shibunkin goldfish right there. I got 1 veal tail goldfish, which is like the second to newest goldfish. And then I got 1 big common goldfish, which is like 4 to 5 years old. Okay. And then I got 1 small black moor. He's very tiny. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. You may think that they're not able to go together, but if you have questions about that, I can answer that, because it's very easy. So I also got 4 Julie-eyed catfish and 1 Cory catfish. 9 fish all in this tank. Very hard to feed all of them, but it all works out, you know. Would you like me to turn this light off? Because honestly, it's kind of bright, but I'm not for sure. You got fish yourself, Aaron? That's cool. What kind of fish? Um, let's see. What can we talk about? I just went over a lot. So, Corey catfish. No, let's go over how we can keep a veal tail, a blackmore, a shabunkin, just two plain goldfish. So you can tell, are they just gold, like with normal tails, or do their tails seem long and fancy? But how I'm able to keep all those together, because usually they would bully each other, but that's only because of either food aggression, not enough space, which is barely ever the problem. It's barely ever not enough space. It's usually always there's just not enough territories. They need places to have be their home, like they want a place to sleep where they're not being bothered by other fish. In the wild, good shit, bro. Keep up. Keep up with that shit. Yeah. Keep working out. I'll just keep going. But basically, how we're able to do it is because they don't bully each other. Because they have properties everywhere. And if this fish was getting bullied out of nowhere, he would swim down into this little cave where nobody else can go. And if the shabunkin was getting bullied, he that was really smart. He's really smart. And usually when he's getting bullied, he just runs away, goes around the corner, and the big head motherfucker just can't find him. He's just too fucking like lopsided. Like I'm pretty sure his eyes are like popping out. Like not good, but yeah. They're just curious on what I'm doing. I don't know. They don't know. But anybody else in here? Comment any questions if you guys have any, because now's the time. I was thinking about shit. I had things going, bro. Somebody came in, asked me some questions. I lost my track. Put me back on. Let's go. Come on. All right. We'll just keep going. So, on my channel, this is what I'm going to do for my channel. I'm going to continue to post, and eventually I'm moving down to someplace in the forest, right? And when that happens, I'm going to have a nice place. I'm going to have a nice pond, and it's going to be dope, and I'm going to make some good content, and y'all are going to enjoy it. I'm also going to be with my brother. If you guys want to check him out, search him up. I'm pretty sure it's Appa and the gang or something. Appa in the group or something. but you could search up Appa the Border Collie. Search up Appa the Border Collie and you'll find my brother. And eventually when he comes down here, we're going to basically collab and have this shit working out like perfectly, bro. I'm not going to tell you the full plan and scale, but that is the key parts of it. Like, that is what's going to happen, and everybody's going to enjoy the content, and we're going to expand from there in awesome ways. And we're going to be making tons of money. Like, I already am like almost making tons of money. Not yet, but no, just joking. I'm a poor boy. So, let's see. What can we answer? What is something that a lot of people don't know? So I know a lot about goldfish. Just the one thing I don't know about them is their eggs. I hate their eggs, dude. I'm pretty sure they're either super small or I'm just tripping. They're nothing. They're not even there. I'm just like, oh, this is an egg when it's really not. So I don't know how small the eggs are, but however small they are, I think, dude, I'm not even for sure, but I'm pretty positive I got some eggs in there, and they're gonna hatch either today or tomorrow or the next day. And if they don't, I don't think they were real. I don't think they were actual eggs. But I don't want to give them a week, you know? Because I'm pretty sure if you keep them up to 75 to 80 degrees, you don't have to give them a week. As long as you keep them up to 75 to 80 degrees. If not, then I don't fucking know. I don't know how it works, but somehow. So, I can't believe people is not even in this, dude. I'm literally answering questions without anybody being here. I'm answering questions without questions being asked, dude. How is this even possible? So, let's see. Goldfish actually have teeth. Not a lot of people knew that, but they got teeth. And these teeth aren't in their mouth, even though they might have little, like, they might have sharp things on their mouths. Their teeth are in their throat, which is pretty weird, but it's kind of like a shark, but their teeth are deeper in their throat than a shark's. The shark has his teeth in its mouth. Yeah. So, they're so curious on what I'm doing. They're like, "What are you doing right here? Are you gonna feed me? You gonna go to bed?" I'll feed you guys tomorrow. Scared the shit out of me. All right. There's so many more fucking things that could happen in this live stream, dude. I can answer so many more questions. Oh, this man didn't even like it. He just came by and fucking disappeared. I like it. I can't. Aaron. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Just making sure. Nobody's looking for questions right now. If you are, come to my town. I don't fucking know.